Hey everyone, I'm Joe and today I'm doing my June 2016 book haul. A quick note before I start waving books around remember, and that is, from now on I am not going to be doing seasonal book hauls every 3 months. I've been doing this for a year and a half, and whilst it works in a way, the delay between buying the books and then me showing them in book hauls is frankly not ideal, and it makes the books feel not very current, and obviously the reasons why I'm buying the books in some cases I'm even forgetting. This way, doing them as and when I have enough books to make it worthwhile, the book hauls should be far more current, up to date, and they should also be a bit shorter because there's frankly not a massive backlog of books, and therefore a bit more interesting. At least that's the plan anyway. Anyway, onto the books. There are 7 books in total. 6 of them are quite current and popular on BookTube at the moment, and the other is popular, well, forever. And that first book is A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. I haven't read Shakespeare since school. The 2 Shakespeare I read for school as part of obviously English lessons were Romeo and Juliet and Macbeth, and due to the way my teacher sort of made us read them and talk about them and do various essays and all that kind of thing to do with them, made me hate Shakespeare frankly for a long time, and I've never touched Shakespeare since. But in the last few years I've been thinking that I probably should read more Shakespeare because I've only ever read them 2 and that's it. Erica, who's a fellow booktuber, she likes Shakespeare and she mentioned Shakespeare at the start of the year in a video, and I did say that I would read some Shakespeare in the summer, and well, now I'm gonna. The second book is 3 Moments of an Explosion by Chang and Mieville. This is a short story collection. It contains 28 short stories. It's not very big, so some of the short stories in it I believe are very, very short. They're in like 10 pages, some are 30 or 40. The short stories range in genre from fantasy, science fiction and what Chang and Mieville is known for, and that is new weird. Mieville, in fact, does everything in a very weird manner, but it's a interesting and good weird, and one that personally works for me and works for a lot of other people. His work isn't always loved by everybody because it seems to be very much, 50-50 and very much love or hate, but obviously for me it works. And I'll just quickly read the back of it. Glistening icebergs float above urban horizons. A burning stag runs wild through the city. The ruins of industry emerge unsteadily from the sea, and the abandoned generations in a decayed space elevator look not up at the stars but down at the earth. Ranging from portraits of childhood to chilling ghost stories, from dystopian visions to poignant evocations of uncanny love, with beautiful prose and melancholy wit, this breathtaking collection poses searching questions of what it is to be human in an unquiet world. Yeah, sounds weird, but brilliantly well written. In a word, Chang and Mieville. The third book is Aurora by Stanley. This has been very popular in the last year or 2 on BookTube. The back of the book really doesn't describe the book well at all. All it says is, our voyage from Earth began generations ago. Now we approach our destination, a new home, Aurora. The rest of the back of the book is just blurb from other writers and other publications saying how brilliant this book is. This does indeed sound really, really interesting. I read the Mars trilogy last year and really enjoyed it. This definitely sounds like my kind of book. It is about a generation ship where the people that originally bought the ship aren't the ones who get off it, it's their descendants that do. And it's about this journey of people from Earth to their new home across the stars, out of the solar system. It sounds really, really interesting, and it's given us Stanley Robinson, so I'm sure that I will like it because I've enjoyed the few books of his I've read so far. The fourth book happens to be the largest in this haul, and that is Seveneves by Neal Stephenson. This is pretty hefty, it's like 860 pages long. It is hard science fiction, and I'll just quickly read the back. When a catastrophic event renders the Earth a ticking time bomb, it triggers a feverish race against the inevitable. An ambitious plan is devised to ensure the survival of humanity far beyond our atmosphere. 5,000 years later, the survivors' progeny embark on another audacious journey into the unknown, to an alien world utterly transformed by cataclysm and time. Earth. This sounds like my kind of book. Stephenson is known for basically putting info dumps in his book where he just throws a very large amount of information at you, very technical information, and taking a very long time to do it. This, from what I've heard, is very much following that formula, which works for me. It doesn't work for everybody, I know that. It sounds really interesting, it's very technical, very scientific, and it just sounds quite interesting and frankly my kind of book. And also I really like the cover on this one. It's really bright and just different from a lot of science fiction. Science fiction books often have very dark covers due to obviously them often relating to space in some way, or at least the majority of the ones I read. So the covers are often blacks and blues. This is, well, as far away from that as you can get. The fifth book is High Rise by J.G. Ballard. This is a science fiction dystopian, and I'll just read the back because that's better than how I would describe it. Within the concealing walls of an elegant 40-storey tower block, the affluent tenants are hell-bent on an orgy of destruction. Cocktail parties degenerate into marauding attacks on enemy floors, and the once luxurious amenities become an arena for riots and technological mayhem. In this visionary tale of urban disillusionment, society slips into a violent reverse as the isolated inhabitants of the high rise, driven by primal urges, recreate a dystopian world ruled by the laws of the jungle. This has recently been made into a film. Indeed, that's why it's currently popular. This was actually written in the mid-70s, however, and it sounds quite interesting. It's science fiction dystopian, and it's obviously a story on society and the degeneration of society and how it could be used and how it could go disastrously wrong. And obviously using a high-rise tower block as a sort of, a very focused way of getting certain points across and thinking about things. It does sound really interesting, and I'm quite interested to get to this. Hopefully soon, but I'll say that a lot. The sixth and penultimate book is Stories of Your Life and Others by Ted Chiang. This is a science fiction short story collection which contains 8 short stories, and I'll quickly read the back. From a soaring Babylonian tower that connects a flat earth with the firmament above, to a world where angelic visitations are a wondrous and terrifying part of everyday life, from a neural modification that eliminates the appeal of physical beauty, to an alien language that challenges our very perception of time and reality, Chiang's rigorously imagined fantasia invites us to question our understanding of the universe and our place in it. I don't know anything about the short stories in question other than obviously what it says there. I bought this entirely because Rachel, a fellow booktuber, otherwise known as Kalanadi, likes Ted Chiang, and I trust her judgment and her opinion completely. So I bought it purely because of that. And I'm quite interested to read this and let people know what I think, because this does sound a particular highlight, especially as Rachel likes it. The final book is New Pompeii by Daniel Godfrey. This is a science fiction and fantasy book. It combines both genres into one. I'll quickly read the back. In the race to control renewable power, an energy giant stumbles on a controversial technology, the ability to transport matter from the deep past. Their biggest secret is New Pompeii, a replica city filled with Romans poured through time just before the volcanic eruption. Nick Houghton doesn't know why he's been chosen to be the company's historical advisor. He's just excited to be there, until he starts to wonder what happened to his predecessor. Until he realises that the company has more secrets than even the conspiracy theorists suspect. Until he realises that they have underestimated their captives. This sounds vaguely similar to The Just City by Joe Walton, which I've only just recently read, which I also really enjoyed. I've been made aware of this book because of Elizabeth over from her channel Books and Pieces. She also happened to like The Just City, and I read that because of her as well, and I did enjoy that. She's looking forward to reading this book, and when I saw it in the bookshop I had to get it because it just sounded really interesting, and obviously the Just City link that I've only just read made me think I might as well get it whilst it's only new and popular. It's only just been released as well. It's only released about a week ago, on the 22nd-ish of June, around then. So I'm quite interested to get to this and see where this plot goes, because it sounds quite curious and quite good to me. So that's it for today. If you've read any of these books or you'd like to, then please leave a comment. Or if you have any suggestions on other books you think I might like based on these, then please leave a comment as well. I'm always interested to read new authors and new types of book in general. All my social media links, as well as the links to the people that I mentioned in the video, can be found in the description box below. And with that said, that is it for this video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you another time. Bye for now.